Hey guys, it's Haley and I am back with another video. Let's see, how are we doing with the angle? Pretty good. Okay. So, I have obviously not made a video in a little while. This video is going to be a project share and a craft with me. I have made a junk journal, Precious Moments junk journal for my Gammy for Mother's Day. If any of you guys have been with me since, the swap days, a lot of you will know my Gammy has always liked Precious Moments. And even a girl in the swap sent me 2 or 3 rolls of this decorative tape. One for me and one for Gammy. And I saved one, of course, and gave the other 1 or 2 to Gammy. I can't remember if she sent 2 or 3. But, so, that's what we will be going through and working on. So, obviously, I have been gone. I was waiting for our sweet, dear Miss Copy, the Queen of Corn, to email me. But, of course, she doesn't watch my videos, so how would she know to email me? She didn't say anything. But she did, however, change the title of her upcycling fabric or clothing for junk journals title to Trash to Treasure Tuesday clothing something. I don't know, maybe so people wouldn't be searching for upcycling clothing recent videos. I don't know. And then she titled the next video, what was the next? I don't know, but I think the next video she did on upcycling broken jewelry, and also titled that Trash to Treasure, but not Tuesday, because it wasn't Tuesday. So anyway, and didn't mention that thing wasn't her idea. Or maybe she just watched somebody else's video that had Trash to Treasure and changed the title. Who knows? But anyway, honestly, as long as she doesn't, I'm pretty sure she's scared enough now to not copy stuff anymore, from me at least. Because according to at least one person, even in the comments, she had copied other people's stuff. So, I don't know. Whatever. Karma is a big fat biatch, and nobody needs to do anything because she'll get what she, I guess, deserves. Whether she did or did not do anything, who knows. So anyway, I want to show you quickly the reason that there has been a delay on our cover is it's just I can't get it to stick. I've done it over and over, and I had originally done it with the Aleene's tacky glue and PVA glue, and then gone over it. And now I was waiting for it to like really, really dry, but it's never going to be totally dry, I guess. And I'm going to use the Aleene's fabric glue that I got, which I should have used in the first place, but I couldn't find it, and it was sitting right in front of my face. So anyway, that's where our cover is. The signatures, again, totally finished. I've got 2 projects in the book done for our signatures, and I was just kind of waiting for the situation to resolve. But so yeah, we will get back to that soon. This, if you guys saw, I think it was my recent thrift haul. I got this book for free because there was like a sticker on it, and most of the pages were gone or torn or shredded. I cut the images out of the pages that were shredded, and then there were 5 pages that were whole. 2 like double sheets with both sides, and then 1 single sheet that I just added a paper to. So I will flip through and show you. I added first some fabric to the spine, and then I put some of this paper over it. There was a tear here that looked like maybe there was like a sticker or something on it and it had been ripped up, because it wasn't torn all the way through. It was just like a surface tear. And I know this isn't like the trendiest little accessory or embellishment, but this is for my Gammy, and yeah, I think she'll like it. I just used one of those little applique flowers, a flower punch, and I cut every other petal out, and then I saved them, and I used these two as petals. And then I used some of my teeny tiny scraps of ribbon, and I used one of the green ones for the stem. And this was my favorite picture image out of all of the book, so I wanted it as the front page. Let's see. There's just a bunch of different, so basically there are these writing, like the children's style writing papers, and then the giant large doodle papers with the nice toothy cream color. And on each one is not folded completely in half, because one side will be like this and the other side has a flap here that like folds over. So every one of these has a regular sheet on one side and a flap on the other, and I just alternated it, which you shall see. Like this one has the flap on it. This was one of the images that I first fussy cut out. Then I adhered it down to some cardstock. Then I adhered that whole thing down to this paper scrap and fussy cut it out of that. And I'm going to go over it because I think there's still like tacky glue, and that's why it's shiny. But anyway, this is going to be a little pocket or tuck spot right here. And I want to sew it down. Then this was the single page, and I adhered it down to the smooth pad of, you know, the regular size. I think it's a 9x12 pad of doodle paper. And I used some of the Precious Moments tape and another washi tape to reinforce it. I am going to add some bags and some, well, at least one bag and I think an envelope, like we do. And then this side has flip out on this one. This was the packaging from the tape. That's why it's kind of some weird and random shape. And I tried to kind of put it together because originally I could not find Precious Moments images online, but I'll show you in just a sec. And anyway, so I kind of put that together. There was a tear here, so now there's butterflies flying on their heads. This is so random. And then I adhered it down to this lacy paper, and I adhered that down to cardstock. So we've got a real sturdy pocket going here. Then our doodle paper, another page, flip out, doodle, and last page. And that is the back cover. So I just did the basics and we will be decorating together. Like I said, these are the only scraps I have left. And then I have this envelope, which I will be making, or I have already made one of these little plasticky envelopes. Well, later I'll show you when I do a video on it. But this is the envelope I got at Dollar Tree that came with the cactus stationery stuff. This was a printable I did, and for some reason it cut off here. There's a problem printing, so I just saved the top, and I think this will be a good pocket or a flip down or something. There is first, I was just kind of playing with scraps that I already had, and I don't know if I like these together, especially with the book. I don't know. Originally, I think this was okay, but then I added this, whatever. But I printed out, there are 8 of these like playing card style things, and I printed them on this like journal card that's like a grid with the children's writing paper. So I figured my Gammy could use them
for little journaling spots, and also like she does Bible study things, and I thought maybe she could write her favorite little Bible verses or do whatever on it. And then the first square had like a title and a name and stuff all over it and was messed up, so I fussy cut the girl out and put this random scrap from the bottom over the word. I don't know, I was just messing around. And then I adhered the whole thing down to cardstock, fussy cut it out again, and I want it to sit like to the side of the pocket and then have these sort of in there. So that is my idea with that. These, where's the other one? Yep. These are the only images left from the book. This one is, I can't decide which one I'm going to use, so I haven't cut into either side. Little dragonfly or flower and our little sheep. And then this is the last image from the tape packaging that I cut out. And these are all of the images that I found online, because initially I only found like a couple of them by searching the Precious Moments printables, but after I sort of like went down the rabbit hole and would click on one, it found more by itself. I already fussy cut one of them out. I think some of them I'm going to leave as journaling card squares. I don't know, but now there's a bajillion. I think I have 18 total. Oh, and then I made from the scrap, the strip that's left when you cut down a 12 by 12 piece of paper into 8.5 by 12, this 3.5 strip, I cut into 3.5 by 4 squares and just stapled this little piece of pastel-y paper on top for a little booklet to throw in there. Anyway, there were 2 rows of 3 on 3 sheets of paper, so there's 18 different images total. And some have like 2 little girls in them, some it's just 1. So yeah, this is what we have to work with. I don't want to go super crazy in this journal because, again, it's for my Gammy. I want her to be able to use it and write in it. What I want to add are a lot of extra writing things. I had put these together, really, it's no big deal, a long time ago, with these are a single sheet of tracing paper and the smooth doodle paper from the little half pad. Yeah, half pad from Dollar Tree that comes with the tracing paper, doodle paper, and construction paper. And I think, you know, with a cute little image and then like clipped onto the side of the paper, it's a lot more doodling space. Or you could like tuck one of these under one of our flip outs. Yeah, so these are extra writing things. And what I want to do is kind of get our bearings and figure out kind of what we're going to do on the different things. So like I said, every other one, like each one of these has a flat side and a flip out side, so whatever. This one is flat, and I want to decide on some of the edges. I do kind of want to do some ruffles with like fabric scraps, or I have these like fabric strips that my mom gave me a while ago. Some of them match, some of them don't. Well, I guess they all kind of do, because there's also this like royal blue, which kind of conflicts, but yeah, got those. I pulled out this ribbon scrap from our scrap box. Right here, where I went through every single one down to the last piece. They're all wrapped up with a tiny band, and the very smallest pieces are in this bag. And yeah, I keep them in with my little tiny scraps here. So yeah. Anyway, I also did I talk about this? Anyway, I think I did, but I just did it with a flower punch, cut every other petal, saved a couple of the petals, used a tiny scrap, and I cut the little nubs off of those flowers. Here's the pink version. I just cut the edges off to make a little flower to cover that up because it is my favorite image. And I want to figure out kind of how I want to decorate them. I want to do some ruffles on the edge, and I also pulled out some rickrack. I thought this would be really cute to add. These are some from the Target dollar spot from several years ago. They clearanced them out, and I think each pack came with like 3 different ones or 3 different colors. I don't know. And when they clearanced them out, they were like 70% off. So they were like 30 cents a pack, and I bought a bunch. So anyway, there's also this gold, and there's a silver, and then there's this nude with gold or silver. But not all of these will work. So I want to get a feel and try and sort of like plan some pages out. And some, I think it would be cute to add, you know, like rickrack down one side or whatever. So in a lot of this video, I'm going to be more of like planning, obviously. And I just wanted to show you kind of what I was doing. These pages are kind of what I can't decide on, because I kind of want to add extra like writing space, like flip outs on some of these, and or put on like, I don't know, try and do something, because it's not like these are super small pages, but the lines are very large, and my Gammy is a very meticulous writer. So I want her to have plenty of space. And then on the picture pages, like I said, these will probably be more of the pages that I do some little like ribbon or something on, because I'm not going to add like an additional image to it. You know, that would look crappy. We also, this pretty baby blue. I think I want that on the edge. Yep. Let's do that. Let me check the other blues. That's like gray. Oh, I remember I want to use some of the little baubles. I think I want to keep the extensions on to this edge. So if I add little tabs or anything, I want it to hang out on this side, not on the tops and bottom. And I guess that was just a scrap. That's too bold. Looks like this one, they're almost the same, but this one has like a little metallic bit and scallops. And this one's a little more basic. Yeah, kind of a shame. All right, I think we're gonna stick with this one. So I am going to sew that on. And I'm going to measure it out, and obviously I'll sew it off screen, but I'll put it with this page, so jeez. All right, what do we think? You guys like that? I think I want it to go, yeah, like to there. Because I don't want it to cover up the picture, but I don't want it like just totally hanging off the edge. So I think I want it to line up with the lowest points of the scallop edge. I think that's what I want to line up. All right, and cut it right there. And it's going to be perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, I'm going to tuck that over here so that doesn't fall out. Now, on the center page, or the center of the book / signature, I do want to add like an envelope or bag. I just don't like those in there. Oh, I do have like a pinky red one. I have this baby pink one. What about that? What you think? What you think? I definitely want to put this somewhere. Ooh, what size is it? I should get another one and put one on the edge of the page. This one's pretty big, so we'll do that. How tall is this? Oh man, it's just about perfect. And then we'll use just a white one for a flip out. Okay, we want to do that in the center. We've got our lace on this page. Got a pocket on this one. I know there's a blank one right here. Okay. So, do we want it to like flip out like this? Or, on one of these pages. I think I like that. Because really she could still write over that, and we could. I don't know. Let's see, that one looks a little bit shy. I did not measure exactly on every single one of those sheets. In fact, I think the reason this one is the largest is because I did it equal to the original pages in this book. So the largest ones are these. That would be a pocket there, so if we had a flip out here, what kind of bulk would that add? What if we had just a double flip out? Could open up like that and pull stuff out, and then you could like right there, and then you could open it up. Would it get in the way? Ha! I want that there. What do you guys think? How far is that going to stick out? I'll just make sure it doesn't. I'll add a little bit extra so it sits perfectly even with the other page. That's kind of cool. I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. I think I'm going to leave that there. And then, let's see. I want to add baubles to one of the pages, and I want to make sure I use like the right color combo for, you know, every page that it will be exposed to. See that really pretty yellow flower right there? That is almost like too bold though. And that blue doesn't match. That right there. Got pink and Rockabye Baby, and then yellow. And again, the blue doesn't match. Alright, lace is going to be on this side of the center. So I don't want to do like baubles again in the very center. What are these even called? Are they called baubles? Baubles. What are they called? I think they have a specific name. I'm just stupid and I don't know it. Yeah. I don't know if these are going to work in this book, honestly. I don't know if they're going to be able to work. Oh. But it would kind of be like mint on mint, unless we did it on this side. And adhered it right there. They would just kind of be dangling there. Because I don't think the pink is long enough. Okay, that's an option. I will leave those there. We also have... Let's see. I kind of want to do... Oh, I was wanting to do a belly band. And I could use this and tuck that over it. I did that in one of my very, very first junk journals ever. Haha. Okay. The only thing I want to do is to add something down here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I have this random old, like, I don't know if my mom gave me this or it's from the swap. But that kind of looks good, huh? That's a good option for that. I want something that is kind of thick, though. What about... Oh, look at this bubble trim. This came with one of those My Mind's Eye sets. Remember I told you I had those? The Stella. The really old My Mind's Eye set. Yeah, that might be necessary. Ooh, this pretty eyelet. I love this. My mom gave me this, I'm pretty sure. Okay, almost done. I promise I won't fiddle all day with it. Even though that seems to always happen with me, doesn't it? What if, like, we did... Well, there's not really that much pink in there, but... I don't know. Oh, we do have this pretty baby yellow that could go along the bottom. Yeah? Okay, I think that might be it. I mean, not everything I have, but you know what I mean. Top choice. This is from one of those sets too. One of the My Mind's Eye sets. It's like this. It's got a lace and then crepe paper. And I think I got this on super sale, but I also got it like as a reminder to add extra things to the top of your crepe paper, because I used to use crepe paper ruffled all the time. I made a bunch of anyway. But I don't think that's super thick. That's too much. Let's see, pink option and then oh, I thought I pulled out a little floral thing. I know oh, here it is. Okay, so we're gonna do a belly band here. This, I think I'm just gonna let it sit like on it like this. I'm going to trim the edges down. And how much will I have to cut off? I don't think too much. What do you think? I definitely want this as a belly band. No, that's stupid. Yes, dumb. Yeah. Just gonna have to deal with it. This is the widest, like, white page. And then, I mean, we can have both on this page. We don't have to. All right, belly band is going there. I think our bottom trim, I don't know, I'm liking this yellow. What do you guys think? That's a little much. I think we should do this. Okay. So this is going to be the width of the page. How cute is that? Okay. Let us see. Right chair. Oh, we're almost at time. All right, so this is going to go across the bottom of this. I'm going to trim the edges of these off, or I may just fold them down and use them as part of my adhering. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. And then this will go across the bottom of it, so it won't look as weird, you know, with that little thing in the cutoff. And this will be tucked in. As of right now, I think this, I'm still going to do this in the center, but I may move it around. But so that is what we have right now for our embellishments. What do you guys think? Got our pocket here. This is our center bit. We've got our fold out. We've got our pocket here. And then the next one is our double fold out. Make sure it's long enough to fit within the book. This is going to be really cool. And that is the end. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all soon.